YouTube people, this is Mr. Evilcheese, and I have a very special freaking review for you today. Ooh, if you haven't noticed from many of my other reviews, I'm a very big fan of The Walking Dead. Maybe me being a zombie, like a zombie scientist, kind of gives that away too, but I don't know, maybe it doesn't. But, if you also notice from my reviews, I am also a very big fan of Michonne, because I have a freaking whole bunch of Michonne freaking videos, and also made the custom Michonne. And like I said in a couple of my reviews, I also have a Michonne fan page on Facebook called Michonne the Badass, or no, it's called Michonne the Zombie Killing BAMF. Big badass motherfucker, something like that. Yeah, I don't know, I got a page. But anyway, I bought something that was kind of expensive, but it's pretty fucking cool because it's based on Michonne from the TV show, and that would be this. It's the Michonne replica Katana, made by Master Cutlery, and it's a real sword. A real freaking Michonne sword. It's not a freaking wall hanger like some swords are. Some swords you can buy them, just hang them on a wall. You couldn't actually fight with them if you got into a sword fight, but this one you could, because it's real. I have had this open already for a couple of weeks playing around with it, but I put it back in a box just so you can sort of get the unboxing effect. So I'll do that for you now. But first I'm going to go over the box a little bit so you can see the box, because it's nice packaging. Oh, by the way, you probably are used to this if you watch my videos a lot, but I'm drunk, so I'm kind of also very hyper too. I drank a bunch of Monster, drank a bunch of Jaeger. I'm kind of drunk at the moment, so that's why I'm rambling and jumping around all hyper. But, okay, let's go over this box. Okay, I don't know what the best way to do this is, because this is a long box and it's hard to see, so I guess I'm just going to kind of scroll it to the side a little bit or something like that. So here's one view of it. Yeah, maybe I should have went the other way. Here, I'll go the other way so you can read it like normal. Walking Dead AMG, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and then you can see it's got the top of the prison and shit. Yeah, I don't know, that's pretty cool how they do that. They got the picture going all around the box. That's pretty cool. Yeah. And up here on the top, got a picture of the sword, AMC, blah, blah. So this is an officially licensed sword. It's not just like, this is made to sort of look like the sword. No, it's supposed to be an exact replica of the sword that's used on the show. Look at that. Got all them Michonne pictures there. Some cool badass pictures. Awesome. Sword again. So yeah, that's basically the box. So now I'll open it up. Okay, like I said, this has already been opened, so it's not in the plastic anymore. So yeah. Oh no! Oh, drunk, damn drunkness. Okay, take off this outside cover. This is really cool. Come on, Jerry. We got this amazing box. Look at the amazing graphics on this box. Okay, you lift that up like so, and then throw it on the floor, and then you get this. I kind of broke this. Well, actually, the styrofoam was already broke, and I'm breaking it more. But it's supposed to be like that, but it's already kind of broke. Whatever, I don't give a shit. And you just lift the sword out like that. Ah, shit. And also inside, you got the certificate of authenticity from AMC and stuff. Here, I'll try to get you a closer view of that shit. Look at that. It's amazing certificate of authenticity. So this is limited to 2,000 pieces for this one. This is the, what is this one called? This is called the limited edition Michonne Katana. Oh wait, here I am. This is the limited edition Michonne Katana. It's the first set of these that came out, because I found out recently that more sets of these are coming out. Like the next one, I guess, is the Signature Series, which is going to have 5,000 pieces as opposed to this one, which only has 2,000. And I'm kind of irritated about that because the Signature Series comes with a stand to put it on, a base. I wish I had a base or a stand to put it on, but I don't. Oh well. It's here. I'll show a picture of it, but I don't know. It's up close. It looks like it's kind of cheap. It's not that great, but it's also signed. I'm assuming it's signed by Katana, who plays Michonne. Maybe it's just, I don't know. She signs it as Michonne, so it's like, I don't know. It's weird, but yeah. Out of 2,000, my number is 1,324. Yeah, see that? 1,324. I was kind of hoping I'd get something crazy like 666. It's not like I don't worship the devil or anything. It's just, that'd be kind of freaky, man. It'd be like, oh, I got number 666 out of 2,000. That's fucked up. But I didn't get that one. I wonder who did. But yeah, I ordered this pretty quickly. I don't know how they do this. As soon as I heard about this, it wasn't long after that I ordered it, and that's the number I got. So I don't know if it's based on how soon you ordered it or what, but whatever. But I ordered it from a website called replicadungeon.com, and I've checked a few different places, a few different websites that were selling the sword, and that one seemed to be the cheapest. It was about $179.99 before taxes and shipping. Lots of other places it was like around $250, so I don't know, that's a pretty good deal, I would guess. So alright, before I go over this sword, I want to say that I have a few swords, but most of them are all wall hanger swords. I'm not a sword expert, I don't know everything about sword, but after buying this sword and researching it before I bought it, I know a lot more about swords now. And I may get some things a little bit wrong, confused, or just a little bit off from what's really going on with this whole real sword versus wall hanger stuff. And maybe just some of the technical things of a katana I might have a little bit off, but based on what I've researched and from the description of this and a little documentary I watched, I know a little bit now. So I'll try my best, and don't freaking chew me out if I get something wrong. You can tell me, be like, hey, you're wrong about that one thing, but don't get all freaking defensive and all like, you said the wrong thing. Oh, that's so irritating. But anyway, okay. Remember, I'm drunk too, so that's another reason. Yeah. If I say something wrong about the sword, like I call this the magical circle of doom or something, then you can say that I was drunk. That's why I said that. Now I know there are Japanese names for each part of this sword in like the scabbard and everything, but I don't even know how to pronounce them. I was going to look that up, see how to pronounce all the different parts, but those go by some of the English versions. The first thing that I found out about this is not a wall hanger, because what I learned is a wall hanger is a sword that is basically made just for looks. Like, it's usually made out of stainless steel, and the handle isn't full tang. I don't know if full tang is just for katanas or if they have a different word when it's a different type of sword, but basically what that means is the actual metal blade goes all the way into the handle if it's full tang. If it's not, then it would stop in here and the handle will be a separate piece, which is not good if you're actually going to use the sword for battle, because the handle will break off. So this is full tang. The metal goes all the way through the handle and into the sword, the blade, whatever. And that's one thing that makes it real. Okay, I'm going to take this out. Whoop! So, yeah. And another thing is, this metal is made out of 1045 high carbon steel. And that's supposed to be a pretty good metal to be using to make swords. So lots of the shitty wall hanger fake swords are made out of stainless steel. This one's made out of this carbon steel, which for whatever reason is just awesome. Another thing I should have mentioned in the beginning is, and I'm guessing this is mostly because The Walking Dead is so popular that lots of people like myself who aren't sword experts are going to want to buy this. And because of that, I think that's why they made this non-sharpened. The edge here The edge of the blade is not sharp. It's kind of sharp, see? If you look closely, I don't know how I can see it. It looks sharp, but it's not really. It's not that sharp. The point is, though, the point is very sharp. You could stab that through somebody easy, but the blade, you couldn't cut through much with this. And I think that's because, you know, so many people who aren't familiar with swords are going to be buying this thing, and they don't want people getting hurt. But you could sharpen it yourself. My friend, of the eccentric ass, Casey, she has a whetstone that she said that she let me borrow, and that I could sharpen it if I wanted to, and I think I do want to. I didn't want to sharpen my Freddy glove. I did a review of the Freddy glove. I don't want to sharpen it because I play with it, I rub my head with it, I don't want to cut myself. But this, I think I would like to have it sharp, because that would just be cool to have this sharp. Now, like I said, this sword was made to be an exact replica of Michonne's sword from the show. And replica doesn't mean that it's a fake sword, it just means it's not, you're not buying the actual sword that she is using and now you bought it and she doesn't have it anymore. You're buying just a copy of it. And yeah, like I said, it's not sharp except for the point. The tip is very sharp. So you can see they put this on here, which I'm not too happy about. It says Walking Dead 1324 of 2000. I kind of wish that was not on the blade. However, if I do sharpen this, the sharpening of it might rub that off, which I don't care about. I did not buy this so it'll be worth money someday. I bought this because I just generally wanted it. So that's not important to me that it'll be worth money, so I don't care if this gets rubbed off. However, this little symbol, which is pretty recognizable as Michonne's sword because it has that little symbol on it, I don't want rubbed off. So I'll probably, or if Casey does it, she said you could just start the whetstone right here and not mess up this symbol. One thing I noticed is they say this is an exact replica, but I've seen a bunch of pictures where Michonne's holding the sword like this, and the symbol is there. But it's not on there on mine. I don't know if it's supposed to be on both sides, or if it's just one side, and they got it on the wrong one because it's on this side. Or maybe the pictures were flipped. I don't know. The pictures where I seen this on this side were flipped. I don't know. But when they say exact replica, it seems like it should be on the right side. I don't know. But anyway, the guard's pretty cool. It's just like it is in the show. It's got that symbol on it. Got it on the other side of it too. It's pretty sweet. And the butt of the sword has the symbol on it as well. You can see that. Got the symbol there. And then the symbol is also around the sides here. So that's pretty sweet. And this is something I'm not completely sure of what they're talking about, but not the white. The white part, I guess, is called the binding, I think. And that is supposed to be made out of leather, the white part. And then underneath, it's got this black. And they see that as ray skin. And I don't know what they mean by ray skin. Is that stingray? I don't know. But they call it ray skin. And I guess that's kind of synonymous with katanas. So yeah, they got that there. I'll try to get a closer view of that for you. So you can see that. It's pretty nice. There's also these golden ornaments on the handle too. Okay, it's on both sides. There's one here, and then you go this way, flip it over, and there's one there too. I'm not sure what that's made out of. It feels like metal. I'm assuming it's metal. I don't know. It's hard to tell what that is. It looks like a dragon or something. As for the weight of this thing's heavy. Like, like I said, I'm not an expert on swords. I always thought, you know, like the European swords and big, broad swords, I always assumed those are probably pretty heavy. But katanas, I always thought they were real thin. Like, you know, in this way thin. Like, I knew they were thin this way, but like this, I also assumed that was thin. And I guess they're not. They're actually supposedly thicker than most swords, according to this documentary I watched. And I also thought the swords would be light, but this is heavy. It's got pretty good weight to it. Like, I was outside swinging this around. It's like kind of a workout to swing this thing. It's kind of heavy. It really feels like it could do some damage. I wasn't expecting it to feel that heavy. Okay, I'm drunk. I'm trying to... Just bear with me, damn it. There's some other things about this sword that I learned from a documentary, made me feel a little better about it. I noticed there was like little imperfections. I don't know if you can see them. Tiny little imperfections along the blade, and I thought, oh, that sucks. Then I watched this documentary on katanas, and there's supposed to be imperfections. It has to do with the making of the sword, and it's somehow related to the way that it cuts better than most other swords, which I also found very interesting. I always assumed that, you know, when they say samurai swords, katanas, whatever, are the sharpest swords ever, I just thought that was like a myth. Like, you know, that was just like a legend. Everybody just said that because, you know, you just say that. But I didn't know there was actually a real reason why these swords are sharper than, you know, like European swords. And supposedly it's because of the way the edge of the blade is made. And I also feel kind of funny talking about how sharp it is when this is an unsharpened sword. But it just, I don't know, I just like the sword much better after watching that documentary and learning about it. But supposedly, a samurai sword is made in a way that when it cuts through something, it pushes away, like, you know, it goes, pushes away what it's cutting through, so that the, you know, the width of the sword is not rubbing against it as it's cutting through it. And I guess like a European sword, when it's cutting through something, the width of the sword rubs against what it's cutting through, and that causes friction, slowing it down. And that's why this can cut through things a lot easier than a European sword, I guess. That's what they say. Also, during one of the early episodes of Season 3, Michonne takes her sword, she lets those walkers out of the cages in Woodbury, and one of the walkers, she cuts him, like, diagonally across his torso. And I'm thinking, you know, that's just one of them exaggerations. You know, you couldn't really do that sort of thing. But also in that documentary, I'm going to post a link to that because it's pretty interesting. But apparently that was something the samurai actually did, was they could cut, you know, from the shoulder down through the torso, all the way through, all through the bone and everything in one slice. Now that's ridiculous. I did not know that swords could do that because I always assumed they get stuck in the bone, you know, something like that. But apparently these swords, you know, the ones they made back then at least, could do that sort of thing. Obviously you'd have to be trained with it, know how to swing it just right, with the right strength. But yeah, here I am pretending like I know some shit. But I don't know, I just think it's pretty cool that when Michonne cut through that zombie, you know, diagonally across the torso, that could actually happen. Someone can actually do that with a samurai sword. It's pretty awesome. It's like a freaking lightsaber. Well, shit, I guess I've been talking about the sword a whole bunch. I didn't really go over the scabbard or whatever, the sheath. I like to call it a sheath. Most things are calling it scabbard. I like sheath better. I'm used to sheath. So here it is, just like the one she's got. It's also got the leather binding, or I don't know if it's called binding when it's on a sheath, but whatever. It's leather, I guess. And this is wooden inside. Inside of there, it's wooden. And it fits in there pretty snug. Once you get it in there, it's in there. It's not just loose. I like that. That it just doesn't fall out. And it's also got this little belt strap that Michonne has. So you can just kind of stick it around there and be like, yeah, got the sword on the back. Another thing that I noticed is this is the same length. The blade is 42 inches long, the same as the one that Denai uses when she plays Michonne. And I'm 6'5", and I know she's nowhere near 6'5". There's no way she has as long of a reach with her arm as me, and I don't know how she gets this thing out. Because look, it's long, and I just barely get it out of the sheath. Like, how the hell does she do that? I don't know. You almost have to hold this while you're pulling it out, but still, just barely I'm able to pull it out of there. But, maybe there's a little trick that I don't know. I'm not a sword expert. She was trained. She has a trainer, so she probably knows what she's doing. Yeah, so yeah, this, the belt is adjustable. It's got a bunch of little holes. You can adjust the size of this belt, strap, whatever. And it's got little, you can remove it off of here if you want. And also it came with this little clippity-doo. I don't know if that's really on Michonne's, but they put it on here. I don't know. It's on there, whatever. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. Nice little stitching on there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. It's awesome. Whoa, drunk wobbling. I had to take my goo off, my magical zombie formula, because it's falling off my arm and it's annoying. I'm drunk and I can't get it back up my arm properly. So just, okay, back to the sword. Alright. So, like I said, this is unsharpened and I'm planning on, I'm probably going to sharpen it. I'm afraid I'm going to mess it up. I hope I don't mess it up. But I'll use that whetstone, which is used for sharpening these type of things. And hopefully I can sharpen it without screwing it up completely. So if I do that, then I might actually have some demonstrations on cutting things, because that'd be kind of cool. Although I'm a little worried about that because I watched that one, I think I've seen 2 episodes of Duck Dynasty. I don't know, but the one episode I've seen is the one dude, the main guy, gets a samurai sword as a present, and everybody else starts playing with it when he's not around, and they break it by chopping through things. And I'm afraid I would do that. I don't want to break it. But, I don't know, if I feel safe enough, if I feel like it's not going to break, I might have a little video of me chopping through stuff with this. Because that'd be pretty sweet. And stabbing things. But yeah, I really don't want to mess it up. That's also why I'm usually my makeup, I put a lot more blood, dripping wet blood. But I really didn't want to get red blood staining the white on here, so I didn't put as much blood in my makeup today. Or not makeup. This is real. I mean, I didn't bite as many people today because I didn't want to get their blood on this. That's what I meant to say. And my wife and I, Zombie Cat, we actually went out last weekend drunk out into the yard and started swinging this around just to see what it feels like. Because like I said, it's heavy. When you swing it, it really feels like there's some power to it. Like, I just killed Arnold. Dirty, muddy, predator, Dutch, Arnold just fell and died. But, yeah, you can chop this. I was going to do this review with my friend Eccentric Ass, who was the one that had the whetstone, because she knew a little bit about swords. I was going to have her in this video. But because of limited space and because I'm drunk, I'm going to be swinging around a sword, I didn't think it was a very good idea to have somebody else here, because it'd be like, hey, what do you think about this? And poke her in the eye or something. Because that would kind of suck. Because it would be really messed up if the police report was like, hey, a zombie scientist accidentally stabbed this lady making a YouTube video with a katana. So I don't want that to happen. So, yeah, this sword is just sweet. I really love The Walking Dead. I really love Michonne's character. Because of that, that Facebook page I told you about, I'm becoming a much bigger fan of Michonne because, I don't know, I just find so much more about the character. But, yeah, I don't know what else to say, man. I guess I can read the description from the Replica Dungeon page so you have a better idea. I'm gonna grab that right here. Watch me read this. Okay. Now own a piece from American television drama series The Walking Dead. Protect yourself from the walkers and biters with this new piece of zombie apocalypse gear used by the well-known character Michonne, also known as Samurai Girl. I never until this description have I heard her called Samurai Girl, but whatever. In the AMC hit series, The Walking Dead, this full-tang, hand-forged traditional Japanese sword is composed of 1045 high carbon steel and genuine ray skin and leather on the handle wrap and strap. 42-inch overall, 11.5-inch handle, 27-inch blade. So okay, the blade is 27 inches. I said that wrong. Limited edition, unique serial number, certificate of authenticity included. The quality is flawless, sharpness, false edge, non-sharpened. So yeah. And another description I read says it's forged in the traditional ways that the Japanese made it. So that's pretty cool. That helped me, feel a little better about the price too. That it's an actual real sword that makes the $179 price tag not so bad to me. I don't know, I love this sword. It's one of my favorite purchases in the last few years. I wish I could just wear it around and chop stuff with it whenever I got pissed off. Well, that's about all I can say about this sword. This Mr. Evilcheese, thanks for watching, and thanks for putting up with my drunkenness and lack of sword knowledge. And if you're one of those sword experts and you're watching this like, what an idiot, shut the fuck up, because not everybody's a sword expert. I just like the fucking sword because I like to show and Michonne, so I bought the sword. And I think it's pretty fucking cool that it's a real sword, okay? So don't get all fucking technical and bitchy about how I say things wrong or whatever, because damn it, fuck you. One more thing. I am under the impression that this was 2,000, well this particular sword is limited to 2,000, and from what I could tell, it's pretty much sold out. So you can pre-order the signature version of this sword, which comes with that stand, like I said, and it has pictures of the walkers, her pet walkers on each side of it. I kind of wish I got a stand, although it looks a little cheap, so it's not that big a deal. And it's got Michonne's signature on it, which I assume means that Denai Guerrera, I'm not sure how to say her last name, Guerrera, I guess. Denai Guerrera signed Michonne onto it. If you care about the signature, then maybe you want that one in the stand. I wish I would have knew about it. But I guess it's kind of cool that this one's a little more limited because that one has 5,000. This one only got 2,000 made. And if you don't get one of those signature editions, the 5,000 of them, who knows, they might make another edition of that, depending on how well it sells. But, yep, that's pretty sweet. I like it. The sword's awesome, and I can't freaking reach it. I don't know how there we go. Oh, I hit the ceiling. Oh, shit. I cut the ceiling a little. Oops. Click on one of these pictures to see the review. Or you can subscribe.